This is the first of several videos that show what you will do during your first class session. You should be watching this video before your first class session, but do not actually do anything shown in these videos until you are in class, since what we do in class won't be exactly the same as these videos. At every class session, you will get some starting code from us. This video shows how you obtain that code. At the beginning of the class session, you will go to the course website, which you should have bookmarked. You will go to the box for the session, here Session 1, and click on the In Class link. That brings you to a website/organization called GitHub, where we put the starting code and where you will store your own version of that starting code. You will be forking the starting code, which means that you will get your own copy of the starting code in your own repository. That's the word we use, repository. For each session, each of you will have your own repository of forked code for that session so that you can work independently. Later in the course, you will do a team project where you share a repository with teammates. You need to sign in to GitHub to fork a project like I am doing. I double-check that I'm on the correct page. Code is for Session 1, and code belongs to CSSE 120-2019-10. Good. Next, you will press the Fork button. That will make a copy for you of the repository that CSSE 120-2019-10 has. Be sure you remember to fork the project, to press that Fork button. That's the most common mistake people make, is to forget to do that. Anyhow, it takes about 15 seconds to make the copy, after which you are sent by GitHub to a page that is your forked repository. I double-check that I am on the correct page. Code is for Session 1, and the code belongs to me, not to CSSE 120, but to me. Finally, I store the URL that I am at. The best way to do so is to press the Clone or Download button, and then click on this strange little symbol here. That puts the URL into your clipboard. Your next step will be to put that URL from your clipboard into our interactive development environment, PyCharm, like this. I start up PyCharm, searching for it or whatever. Once PyCharm is started up, I select the bottom link there, the checkout from version control, and then Git. I put the cursor in the URL and paste, Control-V or however you like to paste. I can change the directory that things are in if I want. Whatever I do now will be for all future projects. I'm going to make a CSSE 120 folder. You can do that or not as you choose. I then press the Clone button, and then Yes to say I'm going to open, and there I am in the project. Well, in my case, it's going to ask, do I want to allow the internet to be involved? Do what you will there. I go ahead and said yes. PyCharm provides a tip each time. You can either turn them off or leave them on, your choice. You've now seen how to get a copy of the starting code from GitHub and put it into PyCharm and open it in PyCharm. We call it a project. This one here is called 01 Introduction to Python 1. I expand it and then expand the SRC folder beneath it to show the various files that are there. We'll talk more about them in the next video. All I want to do in the rest of this video is to show you M1E, which is an example file, E for example. I double-click to open it up, so there's the code. And I just want to show you how you run that code. You right-click, and then Run, and then the file name there. And that produces the output over here. Here, what that did is it printed Hello World, just like you'd think. It prints Hi There, just like you'd think. It prints 1, followed by 2, followed by Buckle My Shoe. Then it, on this one, does something different. It adds together 3 and 9, and then prints the result, 12. And this shows that 3 plus 9 as a string is the word, that's the stuff in quotes, is literally that, 3 space plus space 9. And then 3 plus 9 without being in quotes gets calculated to be 12. That concludes the end of this first of several videos to introduce you to Session 1.